September is normally filled with back-to-school activities and fall festivities, but if you have time this month to pick up a brand new game, then you're going to want to try one of these brand new releases. My list this month is very long. There are over 30 new games. We have games about tea, some games for dog lovers, crime-solving detectives, and even a turnip with a very lovely behind. September will not disappoint on the variety front, that's for sure. If you want more cozy game content, don't forget to like and also subscribe. Before we get into the actual games that are coming this month, I just wanted to tell you about some delays. Firstly, I know some of you are excited for Ages of Kataria, however this game has been delayed again. The devs have said that this is for the final time and I really hope that is true. The new release is now planned for November. I also had Kajora down to feature in today's video, but this one has also been pushed back to January 2026. Delays are obviously sad, but if it means that we're going to get a better game on release, then I'm happy to wait. The developers are wasting no time this month, and the first game on our list is also releasing on the 1st of September. This is Tiny Whiny Island. We've seen a few mail delivery games recently, and if you're a fan of them and bringing communities together, then you're going to enjoy this short open world game. Here players will don their postman's hat and set off on a bicycle delivering mail around town. But although your surroundings are idyllic, the community isn't so peaceful, and you will have to tap into your mediator skills to resolve conflicts amongst the villagers. Along the way, you will also have fun encounters with things such as paper aeroplanes and shiny mushrooms. There are lots of collectibles to be found also, so if you're a completionist, this will definitely tick a box for you. If you want to explore this lovely coastal community, it will be available to play on PC via Steam. Normally, I enjoy cozy games as a bit of escapism from the big wide world, but gaming can also be used to convey strong messages that cause reflection, and that is exactly what the creator of Consumption Line has done. This is a very short gaming experience all about food systems, industrial production, and deceptive advertising. Over the course of 5 in-game days, you'll play as a factory worker, and the goal is to meet your daily quota. This all sounds easy, but as you progress, things start to become a little bit more suspect. And will you be able to get through the day without questioning what they are putting in the food? This game will be steeped with sarcasm, and it looks like it will have us walking away questioning everything we know about food production. Consumption Line is a fully free-to-play game, and it will be available on Steam also on September 1st. If you're a fan of retro indie RPGs, then also coming on September 1st is a release for you. This is Our Town Hero, and the developer has tried to make this game as if it would feel at home on a Game Boy Color or a SNES, but they've added modern tweaks. An RPG needs a story, and in this game you're attempting to save the village folk from an ancient vampire that has awakened and kidnapped the townsfolk. As you move through the various seasons, there are actually 5 in this game, which is a bit of a twist. You'll attempt to save some of the villagers from the vampire in the forest. But by the end of the playtime, you will hopefully have helped restore the town and all of their inhabitants. We all need a happy ever after. Our Town Hero will be found on Steam and also Google Play. Also coming on September 1st is Shamamia, which will be coming into early access. This is an open world survival game where you play as a mystical blue character to craft, fight, and explore the vibrant lands. You can master a variety of professions including mining, herbalism, and fishing. As you level up, you will also unlock recipes and tools to assist with your survival. There will be dangerous encounters where you'll have to use your combat skills to earn rewards. Players will also need to build their own bases by gathering resources and constructing structures. Survival games are fun with others, and there is also a co-op mode if you have a group of friends you want to play with. Full disclosure, for this one, the developers have disclosed that they have used AI to generate the item icons in the game, which does feel like a little bit of a shame, as it would have been good to see artists work on that front, but I will leave that up to you to decide if that is a deal breaker. Shamamia will be available on Steam. If you are an animal lover and love creature care games, then you will need to check out Happy Puppy. As you can guess from the title, the aim of this game is to keep your adorable puppies happy. Set in a dog park style open space, you'll be able to decorate with a variety of different furniture pieces, including pretty archways and wonderful fountains, and of course there has to be lots of toys for them to play with as well. You will soon want to attain more puppies, and to do this you'll need to expand your space to attract them. There is even some space to plant some crops too. As for looking after your dogs, you'll need to take care of them by feeding them, giving them baths and playing with them to ensure that they are healthy and of course happy. This game seems very similar to an older cozy game called Bunny Park, which some of you may be familiar with, so I'm just going to put that out there. It does look like a little bit of a reskin, but maybe they've just been inspired. If you want to give it a try, you can find it on Steam from the 2nd of September. We are going from puppies to cats for this next game. This is Cozy Crunch, which is an adorable pixel art adventure game being developed by a solo indie developer. In this short game, you'll play as a cat exploring an autumnal forest where there are crunchy leaves aplenty. Armed with a magical fairy guide, you'll be able to move through 4 different areas to uncover secrets. It's not just secrets you'll find though, and there'll be hidden treasures to uncover as well. If you're after a simple, relaxing and short game to get you in the mood for autumn, you'll be able to enjoy this one from September 3rd on Steam. At number 7 is the highly anticipated title Hollow Knight Silksong, which will be releasing on September 4th. Personally, I've not played this franchise, nor am I a huge fan of 2D platform games, but I know so many people are excited for this one. You just had to visit a Nintendo Direct and all you saw was Silksong, so I just wanted to pop this one in here in case it is something for you as well. This is the sequel to the award-winning Hollow Knight, so if you know nothing about these games, you might want to go and check that one out as well, and you can expect the same amounts of action and adventure. In this one, you take on the role of Hornet, who is the princess protector of Hollow Nest, and they've been captured and taken to an unfamiliar kingdom. You will need to battle your way through the world, solve mysteries and quests along the way. There are over 200 enemies and 40 bosses to put your combat skills to the test, but do not worry, there is also plenty of powerful weapons to craft. Hornet also has a special ability to use silk to do things such as power healing, combat arcs, and make mobility movements. If you think you're brave enough to take on this adventure, it'll be coming to the Switch, Switch 2, PlayStation, and PC. I am a Brit who doesn't like tea, but would that put me off playing a tea-themed cozy game? Absolutely not. This is Kemono Teatime, and you'll be able to satisfy the residents' desire for a perfect cuppa as you get to run your very own tea shop. A large portion of the gameplay here will revolve around the tea itself, and there is a great range of desserts and blends to serve to your customers, but you can also create your own unique concoctions with lots of different ingredients to test. To enhance your tea making experience, there is also ASMR sounds and effects to immerse you fully into the tea shop environment. But this game isn't just about making various concoctions and serving tea, it is also about getting to know your customers and embracing the story. The shop itself is actually a pop-up and it's only available for 21 days, so you'll be able to decide who you learn a little bit more about, and also why is the cafe only available for a limited time? It sounds like it would be very popular. Kemono Teatime will be available on the Switch and PC via Steam. If you're after a game to play with family or friends that may have you getting a little bit competitive this month, then have a look at Splatterbot. This one is available for up to 4 players, and you'll each be given a cleaning robot to play as, but these robots have gone rogue, and instead of cleaning, it's about making as much mess as possible. In a number of different arenas, you'll be able to speed around, covering the whole area with as much colour as possible. You can try the randomised power-ups to help you get that little bit further and perhaps beat one of your friends. This probably isn't the most coziest game, but chaos is just sometimes needed. Splatterbot will be launching on the Nintendo Switch and also PC via Steam. True crime fans who want to try their hands at becoming a detective will be able to do just that in Casebook 1899, The Leipzig Murders. Set at the end of the 19th century, you will play as Detective Joseph Kreiser, who's been tasked to investigate a series of murders in Germany. You'll be required to interrogate both witnesses and suspects to find clues, so be sure to ask the right questions. To help you solve the mystery, you'll have important tools at your disposal, a notebook and a deduction board. These will help you figure out all the evidence you've collected to identify the true culprit. Depending on your choices, there are potentially multiple endings in this game. The scenes here are hand pixelated, and the developers have done their research to ensure that this is as historically accurate as it can be. This game is voice acted in German, but it does come with English, German, and Italian subtitles. Casebook 1899 is also launching on September 4th. And finally, on September 4th, there is also a game coming onto the Switch, which I think some of you will be very excited for. This is Campervan Make It Home, and this one released on PC a little while ago, but you'll finally be able to enjoy it handheld on the Switch. The graphics of this game are absolutely stunning, and if you enjoy games such as Unpacking, you will love this one. You follow the story of a person on their journey of self-discovery by decorating and arranging their home on wheels. For this one, you can just sit back, relax, and try and make everything fit perfectly in this small space. There is zero time constraints. There is also the ability to customize the van itself and explore different locations. I really did enjoy this one on PC, and fingers crossed, I hope it translates just as well onto the Switch too. Sometimes the controls have me a little bit worried of games such as this nature, so I really hope they've done it justice. The current price on the Nintendo eShop is £13.29, which is $14.99 in US dollars. Maybe they'll do a little bit of a release day sale if you're lucky. On to September 5th now, and this is Rowaway, and it's a quirky casual game where the goal is to get as far as you can downstream inside of a floating barrel. There'll be calm waters and then sudden rocky rapids which will test your patience and dedication. Your progress will save if you exit, but warning, there isn't any checkpoints, so be very careful. There is lots of different biomes to explore, and it kind of looks like it could be quite fun, if not a little bit frustrating. If you want to try getting through all of the terrains for yourself and reach the end, you'll find this one on Steam. Many moons ago, Diner Dash was one of my gaming obsessions, and ever since then I've had a soft spot for cooking and restaurant games. One cooking game that has piqued my interest this month is Pizza Mayhem. In this first-person game, you get to run your very own pizza restaurant. You'll be able to undertake all of the jobs from making pizzas, serving the customers, doing the dishes, and even sweeping the floors at the end of the day. Okay, that last one might not be so fun. Of course, you'll need a way to improve, and there are various cards to help you upgrade and ensure the smooth running, and of course give you better tools. Pizza Mayhem is coming to early access on Steam on September 5th. We've already covered a detective game today, but if you want something a little bit more cozier, then Little Problems, A Cozy Detective may be for you. This one is releasing on September 9th, and as the title suggests, instead of focusing on a major crime, you play as a student called Mary who is trying to solve minor inconveniences and everyday misunderstandings. Your detective work will have you connecting with friends and finding joy in resolving issues such as who stole her USB stick and who broke Mary's favourite cup. You know, those big world problems. This game definitely won't have you saving the world or restoring abandoned towns to their former glory, but it might be a welcome change of pace, and it kind of sounds quite relatable to everyday life, so that is appealing for me. The graphics are also very cute and cartoony, which will definitely grab your attention. You will be able to solve life's minor problems via PC on Steam. We have another Switch release and another detective game. This is Call of the Sea. This one is already out on PlayStation, PC and Xbox, and it has been for a few years now. It has collated some really good reviews on Steam as well, so you've got kind of a testament there. This game is set on a lush island paradise, and you play as Nora, who is suffering with a mysterious illness and is in desperate need to locate her missing husband. As you follow Nora's journey, you will uncover clues left behind and have to try and piece together what has happened. There are, of course, a variety of puzzles to solve, and this game has the right touch of mystery, beautiful visuals, and a good story. Call of the Sea is priced at $16.75 in UK pounds or $19.99 US dollars, and as I said, it will now be available on the Switch. On September 10th, the relaxing asteroid base building and resource management game Starbirds is coming to early access. Space games aren't normally for me, but this one has actually been created by one of the developers behind Doorframe Antique, which is one of my favourite all-time puzzle games, so I do have high hopes for this one. The goal is to help your space birds to survive in the galactic. To do this, you need to scan asteroids and mine their resources. Armed with resources, you'll then be able to build facilities to help manufacture goods and deliver them throughout space. Aside from the main aspects of the game, there are also other little side quests like collecting all of the things and helping complete missions. The visuals of this one are bold and bright, and the whole premise is a little far-fetched, but I kind of love it. I think this one might stimulate my brain in all the right way. Up next, we have another tea shop game. I'm actually quite shocked we have 2 games about tea, but this one is a very different setting, as this shop is set in the British countryside. This is the story-rich game Sips and Sonnets. Nice old ladies aren't normally the main protagonists in games, but here you will play as the sweet Miss Meadow, who is a retired journalist running a cozy tea shop. The shop isn't super busy though, so whilst working on her poetry, she spends the day listening to her customers' stories. Aside from getting to know your clientele, there is of course a tea to be brewed, and you'll be able to pick from a number of varieties and learn a little bit more about them too. Sips and Sonnets is fully voice acted, and the game can be completed in 1 sitting or maybe 2, as it has 2 to 4 hours of gameplay. There is some replayability with it though, as there are multiple endings. You'll be able to enjoy this one on September 12th on PC. Also coming on September 12th is Gloomy Eyes. This is a slightly spooky take on a cozy game, but it may be perfect for the upcoming Halloween season. In this game, players will be transported to a Tim Burton inspired world where it is eternal night. But even in the dark world, friendships can be forged, and you'll play as both a sweet zombie boy called Gloomy and a mischievous human girl called Nena, who have teamed up to bring back the daylight. To do this, you'll need to control both characters and use their unique ability to solve the puzzles. Although this is a darker game, there is no gore or jump scares, so you can still have a cozy gaming experience. Gloomy Eyes will be dropping onto the PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and the Nintendo Switch. It is definitely going to be hard to top Tiny Bookshop, but if you want more of a Bookshop Simulator style game, then check out the aptly named Bookshop Simulator that is releasing this month into early access. In this first-person simulator game, you can open up and operate your own bookshop. Tasks will include ordering stock, displaying books on the shelf, working on the cash register, and also hiring staff. Your bookshop aesthetics are also important, and you will be able to decorate to help entice your customers in. Rare collectible books will also be given special abilities, so be sure to collect as many as possible. A bookshop would not be complete without a shop cat, so don't forget to look after the cat too. It's very important. If you want, you can take your cozy bookshop to the next level by expanding and opening new locations. Bookshop Simulator will be available on Steam from September 12th. On September 13th, the bright and colourful game Cozy Organizer is releasing. Fans of games such as Unpacking and A Little to the Left may enjoy this one, as it looks like it's definitely trying to tap into that satisfactory organising game space. The game has a variety of levels set in a number of different environments, from arranging vending machines to sorting the kitchen and even arranging pizza toppings. Players will be able to organise, decorate and stack items to their heart's content. Games like these are perfect for relaxation and offer a low pressure challenge. If you don't want the organisation to stop, there is also a replayable sandbox mode. Cozy Organizer is coming to Steam, and at the time of recording, the demo is also still live, so check it out. I will admit that I was a fan of some of the Lego games. My husband and I did 100% Lego City Undercover, and I have zero shame in that. But there is now another co-op game coming on September 15th, where we might have to put our teamwork to the test once again. This is Lego Voyagers, and this is a 2-player co-op game where you play as 2 tiny bricks who make it their goal to rescue an abandoned spaceship. As you are playing together, you will literally build your relationship as you use a number of different abilities, including being able to snap together. You can play locally on one screen or online, and if you invite a friend to join you on your adventure, they will actually be able to play for free via the friend pass. So only one of you will need to have actually bought the game, which is pretty cool. Lego Voyagers will be coming to PC via Steam and also Epic, PlayStation, Xbox and the Switch. The adorable witchy game Little Witch in the Woods has been in early access since May 2022, and the game will finally be launching into version 1.0 on September 15th. If you haven't heard about this game before, players step into a mystical pixel art game and follow the story of an apprentice witch named Ellie. The main goal is to survive witch school, but of course, she also wants to help make the world a better place. So to help solve problems, you will need to gather resources to brew potions and explore the fantasy world where you have mysterious encounters with resident creatures. When you're not busy trying to be the best witch there is also a full cast to befriend, a cat to look after, and you can even fish if you want to. The price of this one is listed as £12.39, and I haven't seen any indication that this price will be raising after full release, so hopefully it stays this way. Little Witch in the Woods will be available on Steam, and if you're a Steam Deck player, it is listed as playable. It doesn't say it's verified, but normally if it says playable, you're good to go. September is prime time for getting back into school life, and if you want to experience another campus, you can do just that in Campus Life, which will also be coming on September 15th. You can step into college and play as a freshman who is dealing with the challenges of college. You'll have to find the right balance between getting good grades, but also making the most out of your college life. By day, you can attend lectures and study for exams, but by night you can take part in frat parties and even their mysterious initiations. If you get it right, you may even become a campus celebrity. Revisiting school or college may not be for everyone, but this does look like it has some fun gameplay, that's for sure. Campus Life will be available on PC. No, your eyes do not deceive you. That is a walking turnip with a very juicy bum. When I first watched the trailer for Letters to Arralla, I remember thinking, what on earth is this? This is hilarious, and it definitely made that game trailer memorable. Letters of Arralla is a different take on a mail delivery game, as all of the characters in this one are probably some of the most colourful I've seen. You can be nosy and look at everyone's mail, which I do not recommend doing in real life, as that is most likely a crime in your country. But this one isn't just about snooping and juicy peaches. Some of the residents need your help, and who better to solve them than a turnip? You'll find some fun encounters spread throughout the island, such as throwing stuff, capturing some photos, and even giving your mum a ring. On a serious note though, this is a slow-paced, relaxing game created by Australians, and if anyone knows how to relax, it's definitely them. If you want to admire this 10 minutes behind for yourself, you'll be able to do so on Steam from the 16th. Another wacky game also releasing on the 16th is Henry Halfhead. Here you play as Henry, who unsurprisingly has half a head, but Henry has a strange ability to be able to become any object within their reach. In this sandbox adventure, you'll be able to become over 250 objects and figure out each item's particular traits and abilities. You'll then be able to combine them to perform different actions, such as becoming a watering can to water your plants. As you progress, you'll find new hats and unlock new rooms. If you want to share the quirkiness with a friend, there's also local co-op mode. The demo for this one is still live on Steam, and Henry Halfhead will be launching on PlayStation, the Switch and PC. It is also fully Steam Deck verified. September 16th isn't just for silly games, and we do have another one I'm very excited for. This is Town to City, and I have tried the creator's previous game, Station to Station, and I've also played the demo for this one. This is a voxel-style city builder game where you can create beautiful communities. There is a full story mode which will help you get to grips with the game and learn how to run a successful town and look after the inhabitants. I did enjoy the town management aspects in the campaign mode when I played the demo. There was lots of buildings and you could research new items and unlock new things as your community grows. It definitely felt like there was a lot of progression there. There is also a sandbox mode if you just want to decorate to your heart's content. Decorators will be happy to know that there is a gridless building system, so you can place lots of things, including different buildings, foliage, and just general items such as wells, benches. There is all sorts. Town to City will be coming to PC. I previously spoke about Voyagers of Nera in last month's video, but actually it was delayed until September and it's now releasing on the 16th. Hopefully this launch goes ahead without a hitch. In case you missed last month's roundup, I'll give you a quick summary. This is an adventure survival game set in a breathtaking magical world with diverse biomes. You'll be able to find a place to call home, but also set off on adventures with your trusty raft to find hidden wonders. You will come face to face with dangers such as monstrous creatures, but you may also be rewarded with valuable gifts and enchantments to help your journey. Voyagers of Nera has a co-op mode for up to 10 players, which will allow you to assign specific roles to each of your teammates. It will also be entering early access, so just remember, if you aren't a fan of playing in early access, it's still definitely one to follow the development of and add to your wish list. I was a little late to the strange horticulture hype, but after playing it, I was entranced with the gameplay and the storytelling. Well, on September 17th, we will be able to experience something new from the same developers, as this is Strange Antiquities' release date. This time around, you're running a store filled to the brim with occult items, but don't worry, it's set in the same lovable yet peculiar town of Undermere. As the custodian for the shop, you'll need to examine and identify the strange artifacts, but be careful, wrong identification could have consequences. As you welcome new customers to the shop, you'll be able to help them with their inquiries, or if you're in a bad mood, you could even decide to curse them. Occasionally, there'll be a requirement to step out from behind the counter and bring back the artifacts with the help of your detailed map. The final and most important thing to know is that there is a shop cat called Jupiter who likes their daily pets, so don't forget. Strange Antiquities will be coming to the Nintendo Switch and also PC via Steam. Also releasing on the same day is All of You, which is a unique puzzle game all about reuniting a silly chicken with their lost chicks. In order to find the chicks, you must find the right path by organizing the scenes into the correct order to allow the chicken to continue onwards. Along the way, there are dangers, fun characters, and some surprises. Keep your eyes peeled in the scenes, as there are also collectibles to be found as well. All of You was originally for iOS and you can still play it on that platform, but September 17th will see its release onto Steam as well. Fast forward a few days on to September 22nd and we have Witchy Business. As the title suggests, players can manage their very own witchcraft shop in this game. First, you must have the items to sell, and you can grow flowers and herbs in your garden that you can then use in your potions. The alchemy stall will be where you put your magical abilities to the test by playing various mini games to craft powerful wands and artifacts. And finally, you have your shop itself, where you must pay close attention to your customers' needs before they get frustrated and leave. You also need to keep your eyes peeled for shoplifters, and if you're feeling wicked, turn them into frogs. This game has a couple modes and you can decide whether you want to play in relaxed or mayhem mode. What witch game would also be complete if there wasn't a pet? So of course, your very own cat is there to be cared for as well. They're doing well with putting pets into their games today, I tell you that. If you want to run your own witchy shop, you'll be able to do that on PC via Steam. On the 23rd of September, we have another release that will be for fans of city building games, but this one also has an ancient history twist. This is Aztecs' Last Sun, and this will be coming to early access. Players will have to use their strategy to build an iconic city. There are 25 different types of buildings, and they all come with individual upgrades. There are also other structures that will be imperative for your people to survive, such as canals and water reservoirs. Keeping your inhabitants happy and looked after will be important, and to keep supplies at a healthy level, you can gather resources and trade. If things aren't going well, you can also sacrifice people to the gods to try and appease them. Also, don't recommend doing that at home. Aztecs' Last Sun will be available on PC. Up next is the next installment in the House of Puzzle game series. We previously saw House of Da Vinci. This one is the House of Tesla, and in this version you'll be solving intricate puzzles to activate the creations of the famous inventor Nikola Tesla and explore the eerie industrial buildings at his lab. You'll find a variety of handcrafted puzzles that will teach you a little bit more about his creations and of course test your brain. Players will be able to have access to a special device that allows you to influence the flow of electricity. I'm sure this will come in handy when it comes to puzzling. This game looks like it's really captured the era well, and although maybe a little bit dark, it has definitely got that industrious feeling. The House of Tesla will be launching on the 23rd of September on Steam. Have you ever wanted to relive your high school life? Well, Consumi kind of gives you the option to do that in a hilarious way, of course. In this game, you play as Jenny, who is wanting to glow up, and you get to help her do it. Each chapter has various goals to accomplish, and you'll get to choose how she spends her time. Some of the activities will have various mini games to play, including your lunch plate being turned into a puzzle, and there is working out as well also. There are lots of options on how to play out Jenny's life, and there are over 13 possible endings. Sadly for Jenny, most of them are bad, but at least they'll be good for us as we may have a little bit of a laugh. This one definitely has a healthy dose of dark humor. Consumi will be releasing on the 25th of September, and at the time of filming, the demo is also still live on Steam. We have had our fair share of detective games this month, and this one is inspired by an infamous novel. This is Agatha Christie, Death on the Nile. In this game, you'll step back into the 1970s and embody Poirot himself and Jane Royce. If you've read the book and think you know all the answers, while this story has actually been extended, especially for the game, and there are still many mysteries and twists to uncover, you will also want to experience the stunning locations this game takes you to, including the Nile cruise, London, and Cairo. There is a lot of exploring to do here. To conduct your investigation, there is a dynamic mind map to collect all of the information and make connections. There is also a confrontation system, so you can challenge the validity of people's statement and get to the truth. There is also a 1970s soundtrack to accompany your gameplay. I don't think you need to be a fan of Agatha Christie to potentially enjoy this one. You will be able to take on this case from the 25th of September, and you can do so on either PlayStation, Switch, Xbox, or PC. So there we have it. There are all the cozy games that are coming this month. There is a lot. Let me know which ones in the comment have piqued your interest. Which ones are you most excited for? Happy gaming, and I'll see you again soon with another video. Bye bye.